Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to a new year and a new episode of the Enablement Brew. I am Carly Lehner.
And I'm Melvina Alsaik, and we're so excited you're joining us for new episodes in 2022. And I think 2022 is all about New Year's resolutions, so we'll get to that. But the question always is, what are you drinking in dry January?
Dry January. Well, it is a little after 10 a.m., so I definitely don't have alcohol. I'm on the remnants of my second cup of coffee today. So I think I always say I'm usually a 1 cup in the morning person, but this week, 2 cups in the morning. It's been quite the week back from the holiday break. So yeah, I'm coffee. How about you?
We can definitely talk about that because January has started literally full speed. It's not slowly edging into a very productive year. It's boom, productive on the first day you're back. So yes. I have my Wenzel's coffee this morning that I got when I dropped off my son to school. And then I have the remnants of my iced coffee from yesterday. Here it is. And this just shows you what a week it has been, that this is still on my desk and I still have to tidy it up. But yeah, coffee all the way. And as you said, more than 1 cup a day. I don't think it's safe, or the doctors would approve if I disclosed the amounts of coffee I have in a day, but it's a lot.
Oh my gosh. The tea thing, I was on 3 or 4 cups of tea minimum, plus the 1 cup of coffee, but I'm doing good on the tea front in the afternoon, but it's just a lot of coffee in the mornings. Yeah. I need to figure that out. It's just too much. No wonder I'm getting horrible headaches in the afternoon.
I'm getting palpitations. My hands are shaking. I get so excited at meetings and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk 2022. Did I say that right?
Yeah, 2022.
2022. New Year's
resolutions. So I have a couple from a personal side. So we bought a Peloton a year ago. So really into it for 3 months. And then I didn't touch the thing for 6. So I'd like to work up to 3 days a week on the Peloton again. I started my year off with the Taylor Swift Red Artist Series, and it was a great way to ring in 2022. I haven't been back on since. That was a week ago. So I'm slowly ramping up to 3 days a week. My other one is to drink more water. So I bought myself this huge 1-liter water bottle. And I'm trying to drink a minimum of 2 of these a day. So I did almost 3 yesterday. So I'm really happy about that.
That is drinking water. Very important.
Yeah.
How you drink water also matters. I will not drink enough water if it doesn't have a straw. I need the straw. Otherwise, if I have it just like this, I find myself not drinking as much. I don't know, maybe it's psychological. But my New Year's resolutions, and it's funny because always last day of the year, I'm like, great, I'm going to be so healthy next year. I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to carve out time in the day to go for a walk, even if it's a 30, 40-minute walk. Get in shape, start exercising, eat healthy, ditch all the takeaways. And I don't know about you, but I am very committed in the first 48 hours, 72 hours in. We're great, we're back the year before. Here comes the takeaway. Here comes me eating chocolate. I don't know. I find it very difficult to stick to New Year's resolutions. I don't know what it is. Is it life getting in the way? Is it the fact that we're busy? Is it the fact that it's so easy to go back to old habits? But I find it a challenge. But yeah, I want to get healthy. I want to start eating healthy, feeling good, spending more time outdoors, going for a walk, not I don't know about you, but I find myself like once I'm in the zone, I can be in front of my desk, in front of my computer, sat down for 5 hours straight without getting up.
Yeah, I'm the same. I have an Apple Watch, so it tells me when I need to stand up. And like
You.
I'm like, oh my God, I've been sitting for 50 minutes straight. It's like every hour it tells you like get up and walk around for 1 minute. If it wasn't for that, I probably would just be sitting here all day long.
Yeah.
So all right. So personal resolutions, we could try it. But what about professionally? Like what about with our enablement teams? Like what do you have as a goal for enablement this year?
Yeah. I think actually it also ties into personal resolutions for me in the sense that I want to get very good this year at documenting things. I often have a lot of ideas in my mind. I will have a new idea. I'm like hot on it as soon as it comes. I want to action it right away. Where I want to dedicate more time is actually documenting it, right? Putting it on paper, building out that process so that if I'm not here, I mean, I am here, but if I'm not here, like if I'm on holiday, someone knows what to do. Someone knows where to pick up. If there is, a new process that maybe we're implementing internally, I want to ensure it's documented and it's in one place. Right. And I think this ties back to all the conversations we had around content management. I think it's such a huge piece. I think with a lot of companies, we aren't there yet in terms of organizing content. But my personal and own professional goal is really to document, be able to easily refer back on what we did, what we, spoke about, how it looks, even for things like onboarding. We have an onboarding program, but even just documenting exactly step by step with a short descriptive paragraph over what happens over the next few months. That is definitely something that I'm going to be working on. And then at the end of the day, I want to build out an amazing enablement team at Reach Desk. So hiring more individuals into the team, growing the team to be able to support the different business units is definitely going to be a focus for me. And Carly, like this conversation can go on for ages because I'm just thinking about all the to-dos in my head, right? And it will flow. But yeah, definitely documenting, getting better at that, and also building out the team. What about you?
Nice. So we spent 2021 really doing a lot of like foundational building at Andela when it comes to enablement. And so my goal for this year is to really like build upon what we've already built and like kind of like elevate everything. Yeah. So one of the goals I have for the team is really establishing a more solid coaching culture within our sales team. So we leverage Gong as our conversational intelligence tool. The reps use it to record calls, but that's about it. And so I want us to do a better job of like doing game film reviews and building out the libraries. Like the libraries are like a year and a half old at this point, and Andela's changed quite a bit. And like, so when we have new hires come in, we don't really have a good place for them to go to in Gong to listen to like the really good calls. And so
who do it? Is it enablement? Is it the individual reps? Is it the managers? Is it the sales leaders? Who should be putting those Gong calls into those folders?
I think it's a combination. I don't think enablement should only be the ones to do it. But I do think like the frontline managers, if they're like on calls with their reps and it's an amazing call, they should be like, I need to get this into the library. But I also am putting a bit of ownership on the enablement team that when it comes to your group that you support, you should be listening to Gong calls every single week, minimum of 2 to 3 per week. So carve out, 30 minutes 3 times a week in the morning, listen to a call. If you like it, if you like the whole call, put it in, or if there's snippets, like put those into the library. So I don't think it's a one person is completely responsible for it, but it should be a collaborative effort, but enablement should at least lead that effort and get the managers to think about those things as they are on calls with their reps and things like that. So coaching culture is something that I really want to build for us. And then we have some new teams that we're building at Andela. So we're building like an inside sales team as we hopefully build out like our inbound leads marketing engine or whatever. And so we're going to need to like basically build enablement for an inbound team. And so I think one of the goals I set up for myself is to achieve a certain conversion rate from that first meeting from an inbound lead to like the next stage in the sales process, and have it be like a really lofty goal, because I really want our inbound reps to be badass at qualification calls. Like I want like enablement to be sleeves rolled up, helping that team be like incredible qualifiers. And you can't achieve like a really ambitious conversion target, which I don't know what that is yet, haven't figured it out, but you can't do that without enablement's help. And so I'm also trying to sign up for some like lofty or like sales related targets like that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So 2022, what did we say the hashtag was going to be for this year?
I don't remember.
Hashtag make it an awesome year.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, I think it is going to be an awesome year. Hopefully. Our kickoff got postponed. I think like everyone's did. Anyone who had an in-person kickoff planned for January, I think literally no one is going to have it in person. So
and look how quickly things change, because we just spoke about this right
I think that was literally our last episode. Yeah, was sales kickoffs, and we have to pivot to a virtual one. And this kind of happened last year as well. But I think, you know, even though like one of the most exciting events of the year isn't going to happen in person yet, I'm still like channeling like good vibes to the SKO gods that we can at least have an in-person event, maybe in Q2, because I think that's what like really brings like sales teams together. And so I'm just like fingers crossed for an awesome year with that regard.
Yeah. I think you can still do a lot of, you know, and we spoke about this, the team building, try to maintain some of the atmosphere in a remote setting. But at the end of the day, for the speaker, it, you know, to speak to basically a screen, right? You don't necessarily see, you know, all the reactions, right? It can be a little bit uncomfortable. And I think everyone in a remote setting, you know, has to be understanding. Like everyone is out of their comfort zone. You know, no one likes to present to a screen, right? No. But it's how do we build and maintain the atmosphere? Because I mean, in-person events are awesome. Like the buzz, you feel it. You walk in the room, you have music playing, you have a speaker. You know, you grab a coffee with a bunch of people. Like you feel it, and to channel that remotely. But I have no doubts you're going to do it. And it's going to be great.
Thank you. Well, I think that probably wraps it up for our first episode back of the year. We wanted to do something simple, fun, talk about our goals. And next episode, we'll be back with, I'm not sure what did we decide on the topic?
To be decided.
Decided. If you have ideas, please comment and let us know what you guys would like to hear. But yeah, we'll have something fun planned for next time.
Yeah, and let us know if after the Christmas break, if you've had 2 weeks off, you found yourself coming back to your desk in January, trying to remember all your passwords and what exactly your job was. Yes. And if that happened to you, it's fine. It happens to all of us. But thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for a new episode.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.